Coming to you from Homebrew Studios, it's Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour with your host, Bob Katie.
And John Piccirillo.
Time passes slowly as I walk this dusty road. Yesterday's gone and tomorrow's too
What are you saying already?
I turned it the wrong way around.
Well, that's your dumbass problem, not
I
mine.
know.
We'll get over there and do this, and I'll do the intro. It's Thursday, and welcome to episode 49 of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. It's Thursday, so you must be listening. Everybody must be listening. Somebody's got to be listening.
Welcome aboard, folks.
There it is. Oh, yeah, he's ready to go, folks.
I'm a little fired up.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit.
He's had the proper lubricant. He's ready to roll.
I am. Ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, we should have started this earlier when he was a little less lubricated. He's about 35 minutes in lubricated right now.
Yep.
Yeah. So we started a little late.
Well, that gives me
evening.
time to open the first one.
Oh, you're not there yet?
No, as long as you're ready. I know I need a little
ready.
space.
I'm ready.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
And there we are.
That's right.
The beginning has happened. Well, first off, we're going to tell you that Jay, who every other week here, me and Jay have a new podcast called Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast. And it'll show up, if you're listening or watching this, it'll show up on the same YouTube as the Power Hour. And audibly on iTunes, and everything's the same. We do have a different Twitter and email handle and a Facebook
plug
page. Can I get there?
Well, I just wanted to make sure you did it, you know. It'd be
Yeah.
crazy if you didn't.
But the first episode is up, and so it's where me and Jay give our season picks and our week one picks. And John's even going to have a segment on the new one. He's going to be a contributor, not a main person, because he's not a football enthusiast like me and Jay are. But he's going to contribute something a little bit more his style, which is a little. I think he's got a take
That's
on
what he
tailgate.
tells me anyway.
He's
I don't know.
He's got a take on
He hasn't told me.
tailgating.
I haven't seen a script yet, so I have no idea.
I told you everything you needed to see. I gave you. I gave
Are
you.
we supposed to talk about it?
If you're going to do it, you can talk about it. Absolutely.
Well, you were talking about tailgating stuff.
Yes.
And instantly I went into like gourmet chef mode, barbecue style, but suddenly I realized
some of these people
like,
do.
I know you can and do, but like I guess if you were going to get there a day before the event is different than if you're going to tailgate for an hour before the game.
Some people, you got to realize, well, we used to get there at 10 a.m. before the 1 o'clock kickoff, so that's
I know we
3 hours.
We played a lot of games. We played football, barbecue, and
Yeah.
all kinds of things. Sure, that's fun. Well, the thing I got thinking about is like, I can't help but think about big scale stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking big, like a pig roast. Yeah.
Well, that might be. Well, no, you know what? I've seen everything at these.
Exactly.
Either live or on
You
television.
could make
I've
it like
seen
a weekend thing. Like here,
ridiculous.
I've been talking about this food
And we've
truck
got-
forever.
And we've gone to one of the best places for tailgates. in
Oh,
Buffalo.
fantastic! What a good time.
Yeah, in Buffalo.
I'm a Raiders fan. We went.
Saw many a Bills Raiders game.
Yeah, many.
Yeah.
And it was great to be there. Good
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, always good tailgating. Always good.
Yeah.
One of the
Boy,
tops
it
in
could
the
get
league.
cold
I
up
would
in
say.
the upper deck there
Ooh.
of that stadium in February.
But
January.
we're gonna have a segment for
You're
we're
in the
gonna
mountains.
we're gonna have a segment for John on doing a little tailgating, and he's gonna maybe throw out some recipes, some fun things to do.
Well, I got
some
something
beer
going on
and
the grill
food
this
and-
weekend, and I want to. But it's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, is that the sort of thing you do at a tailgate? So I was, you know what I mean?
Well,
it had to
surprise
do
us.
with barbecue.
You can surprise us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll surprise us. He's not. He's
right,
he's
then
going
anything
to record his his segment beforehand, and we'll have it in the cart there to play during our podcast. But he's going to be a
I was
contributor.
going to tell the story now, but maybe I can need it for another time.
Yeah, hold off. Don't give away that stuff.
Well,
you got to spread that stuff out.
I know, but when it comes in, wants to come out.
But our email is bobandjayspassrush@gmail.com. And our Twitter is, I believe, is...
What, you don't know? You don't know?
I just created them today, so I'm a little bit...
You got to write this stuff down. These are like...
Well,
you were going through it. I'm
okay.
like, oh, I'm glad I don't have to do that.
Our Twitter is our Twitter is at Pass Rush Podcast on Twitter.
I see.
So that's the way to get a hold of us. If you listen to anything on there, we didn't have these things created before we did the podcast the other day, because we had to hurry it up between the holiday weekend and Thursday, the starting the season Thursday. We were in a pinch.
Isn't that the hurry up offense?
Pass rush?
Yeah.
No, pass rush is what the defensive guys do to sack the quarterback, is the pass rush.
Yeah, but the hurry up, which one you got? I mean, I know
That's
the
the
quarterback.
hurry up.
The quarterback can call
Yeah, it's called the hurry up offense.
right.
Yeah,
Well,
no
just making
huddle,
sure.
no huddle, hurry up offense.
Exactly.
No, yeah, I was going to go with the no huddle
it's
thing.
Offensive.
That was a
maneuver.
thought. Yeah, that was a thought. But I noticed there's a lot of no huddle type thing, podcast and other stuff and everything.
Oh, yeah,
So I went with pass rush. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
The Bills have been known for defense the last bunch of years. Steelers always been known for defense. And those are our two homer teams as people doing the podcast. So
Yeah.
I went with pass rush.
So I wonder if Jay's going to link up to
I send him the information. So
his Untapped.
I don't know. Oh, and for anybody, I'm going to try to actually tweet during the Steelers-Patriots game tomorrow night. Probably don't know anybody will get those tweets because we just started this whole thing. But
What are you going to tweet about? Oh,
The game.
with Jay.
no, I'm just going to do it when.
Yeah,
things-
but he should be able to see it if you tweet something.
Yeah, I think he might be working though, so I don't know I don't know what his ability, the ability part is or whatever.
Who's going to be quarterback for that?
Tom Brady and for the Patriots and Roethlisberger for the Steelers.
I thought he had some sort of
No, the judge threw it out.
Controversial.
Judge overturned it, and he's no longer suspended.
I saw
The Patriot way.
really funny.
Yay.
I saw a really, really funny comic portrayal
Yeah.
of that, and I think it was it might have been on Facebook. I'm not sure.
I might have put it up.
You might have. With he's the judge is saying, "Oh no, stay down there."
Yeah. That's not even a cartoon. That was like it was like a super a superimposed thing.
There had been some work done
because it's got like a real picture of Brady going.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
but it's like tilted, so
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, the judge's like, no, stay down there. Yeah, that's how most of the football fans feel right now. Is go down, stay down there. But yeah, it's at Pass Rush Podcast is our Twitter, and Bob and Jay's Pass Rush @gmail.com to get a hold of us. And we have a Facebook page at Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast, I believe, and which I think you'll be able to link. We're going to be linking it up to the Power Hour, and I'd like to link all these things up. I don't know if you can do that on Twitter or whatever, but I may be.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, I may be maybe trying to get people over from the Power Hour over to the football cast who like that type of thing. But I'm going to try to do some tweeting during some big games and stuff. And
You'll definitely be watching games. That's for sure.
we will be putting it out on Wednesdays. You will be able to. The new podcast will go up every Wednesday on YouTube and on the usual audio, iTunes, Buzzsprout.com every Wednesday. So, and
That's going to be every Wednesday?
every Wednesday during the football season. Yeah,
Oh, boy.
we're going to review the week before the games that happened, and we're going to have our picks, and we're also going to have a tailgate segment by somebody else.
That's what they keep telling me.
Yeah, a couple.
So
hey,
are you guys doing a Vegas style by a spreads? Or
No, we're just doing straight up picks.
points?
Win.
Just
no,
wins.
Win loss.
Just doing win loss. Okay.
Straight up win loss. We're picking the game.
Okay.
Not by how many or anything else.
Okay. All right.
We'll be lucky if we can get. We actually said that we were going to put a little money in and buy a little trophy for whoever gets with the most, whoever wins the pick segment
It's your
for the
guys'
year.
thing. I might get in on that
If you want to submit your picks, go ahead.
You could just do that,
Sure, you'll be missing 1 week. Well, No, actually, if you do it tonight, I can. We will at least we have them, and we will put them in as part of them, even though we didn't air them on the first podcast. But we can talk about them the next podcast.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
So maybe you should do that tonight.
You guys don't have any money on it yet.
We're not doing money, no.
Oh, okay.
This is just for the entertainment of the podcast. You know what I mean? We did our picks where we went through each division and put rank the teams where we think they were going to be. We did the playoffs and who Super Bowl picks and who we picked for the Super Bowl.
All right.
So it's all on there. And then we did this week's picks, and hopefully we're going to have a few segments. Nutty. John's going to be like our nutty wacky person. Then he's going to do a few segments.
Nutty
Football
wacky.
football related. Nutty wacky. Fucking nuts. How do you like that?
Nutty wacky. You know what? I don't mind it.
Nuckin'
It's
Futz.
not a bad name.
That's right there, Captain Personality.
Nutty,
Mr. Personality.
wacky, nutty,
Wacky Nutty. Is it a wacky flavor or a nutty flavor?
wacky, nutty.
Wacky Nutty?
I could
Nutty
make
wacky?
ice cream out of it. Man, I got a recipe going on. I'm gonna do this weekend. I can't wait.
Ice cream?
It does have ice cream,
Really?
and I'm not a fan. I don't like
Drink?
No,
Beverage? No?
no, it's a dessert.
Oh, you should. You put that up on
I did.
Facebook.
I
yeah.
did. I said it, and I'm gonna do it.
I don't know how you feel about that one. I'm not.
I am so down
I'm
with
not
it.
a big peach in the ice cream person.
My family will love it.
Probably.
I'll love it. Well, my dad has produced the most amazing peaches that I've ever seen locally grown right in the backyard. I mean, he's had
You got a peach tree in the backyard?
peach trees for years.
Really? I don't
But they were
remember
always
them.
like nuggets. You know what I mean? They weren't worth giving to somebody.
Now they are.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like this.
What happened?
Oh, I don't know. It's a new breed that, it's
breed?
over like in the different corner. I don't know where he got it from. I'd have to ask him. Probably one of the neighbors. That's what happens. It's like, hey, look at my peach tree. And like, hey, and in the spring, all those little things around the bottom of the tree that you got to mow, they're little peach trees. So these guys are like, yeah, I got a peach tree in the backyard. You know what I mean? That's how it works.
What hasn't your father grown in the backyard?
I think he's grown everything.
I think he has.
I'm pretty sure he has.
John's just trying to grow like big-breasted blonde women, but he hasn't had that luck.
I know you can't plant those.
Oh, shit. Oh, I guess we should, haven't we? Haven't.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
and on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, fuck, goggle, nibble, chew. Nipple, bosom, hair, pie, finger, fuck, screw.
Whoa, ass ahoy.
So this weekend, I was talking to my daughter, Samantha, and I said, I'd like to know what you think is funny. That's what I said. What do you think is funny? And
This is in your YouTube research.
Yeah,
of
I'm just trying, because I know I'm starting to realize that a huge driving market are teenagers and preteens. That with my daughter, that's my daughter's age.
Yeah, right in that spot.
12.
Yeah.
It's perfect. But that's what they're doing. They're spending a lot of time on YouTube. So I'm not trying to exploit anybody, but if that's the market, what's funny? That's all I want to know.
It's called research. Not
right.
It's not exploiting
What's
anybody.
funny? So she didn't really tell me, and we just did what we do through the weekend and stuff like that. And then tonight, this was the second day of school, so she called, and I wanted to know how everything went. And then we got laughing about some stuff, and because her concerts are coming up. And last year, if you don't seem to forget. We probably talked about it on the show too. I went and I got locked out of the auditorium. It was my first thing that I missed.
Yeah.
And she was fierce. So she was pretty adamant to make sure I wrote the dates down. So I didn't get them right. And the building and auditorium, because the campus is pretty big. Just because you got to Shenendahowa doesn't mean you're going to find the auditorium.
They have everything in one over there.
Oh, wow. Talk about campus.
Yeah. We had a couple hallways in this unit. That was about it.
Yeah. So, out of nowhere, she says, I got thinking, because you asked me, and I just wanted to let you know. She said, you want to know what we think is funny? I said, yeah, I want to know what's funny. We think it's funny. We think swearing is funny. I was like,
Shit.
Yeah. We try not to do that. Yeah.
We try. Yeah.
But you know what? At the same time, it's funny.
Yeah.
So that's how that's how I got to start it off with all of them I could think as quickly as possible. And that little rhythm there we used to play a game on Sand Island. It was I remember that. And then it was a campfire thing, the cocksuck, gobble, nibble, chew, nipple, bosom, hair, pie, finger, fuck, screw. You had to get it it was like you added on to it around.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, it's totally burned into my memory. Yep. Is as many dirty words as you could fit into one sentence, but it had to make some sense. Cocksuck, gobble, nibble, chew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nipple, bosom, hair, pie.
Well,
that's what happens when at a drinking game.
Run! Then meanwhile, everybody's drunk, so it starts sounding right.
Yeah, you got that one. You got that one. Add another word. Come on.
You're making a big mistake, cowboy.
Oh, meanwhile,
Try not to be dirty.
Yeah, swearing. So we can definitely up that if everybody wants that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We haven't hid from it, but we just try to.
We've been trying it. We've been trying to. That's all.
We just.
It's not necessarily our natural behavior.
No. For me, my swearing is whatever I'm feeling on the day. Doesn't necessarily have I don't swear a lot, I guess, in general, but some days it's a lot of F-bomb everywhere.
It goes back to the whole rules and regulations. You know how I have a problem with that shit. That's what it is, rules and regulations.
I have a good edit system.
I've been trained not to swear.
Yeah, I have a good edit system where I just know.
I think it's funny, but
I just know around
acceptable.
I know around certain people I don't swear.
Right.
Right. My mother-in-law, I don't swear.
I was trained to be proper.
Yeah,
I
swore on my parents. I never swore at my parents. Because I thought obviously I was taught that was disrespectful, but I swore around them. You know what I mean? That didn't stop me from swearing around. Matter of fact, my mom used to say the joke. I taught her how to swear. And
what did you say? What do you mean? What did you just say? What, fuck? Yeah, that's the word. What is that? Say it again. The way you did it before. Fuck! I didn't even know. What? Yeah. Fuck! Yeah, that's funny! See how I just replayed it?
Hey, who wants to play Drink the Beer?
Damn, that's nasty.
Damn, that's nasty.
I don't know where that was going.
It's off in La La Land. Absolutely.
That was John's inner thoughts.
I did it.
That's what we need. John's inner thoughts.
That's right. Yeah, but how do you plant me into it?
It comes from the ass, right in the middle of the ass.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah, it does. Wow. Wow.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. And I guess we should say, we should state again that episode 52, the year anniversary of the podcast, is coming up.
We're going to have to plan that one out. There's a lot going on.
And there's definitely going to be some changes in the podcast after that one. that we'll be unveiling through probably, I guess I'll say all the way through the year. But
this was the best idea I ever had.
There'll be a lot of changes.
Can I say something?
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
But that doesn't mean if you like something that we're necessarily going to get rid of it completely. Matter of fact, there's some ones we did earlier on the podcast that we're going to bring back that we haven't done more than once or twice. And there's going to be all sorts of new stuff, too. We're going to up our YouTube channel a little bit.
Sounds fancy.
Hey, don't do that.
So,
hey, don't do that.
yeah. We've already started our green screen expansion, which
I know. I can't help but look at that and say, if we put up green where the black is, we could do some fascinating green screen, just kaleidoscopes and space images and wildflowers.
Stuff that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, folks.
But it's something else to look
don't do
at.
that.
It's like a fish tank. Some people think fish are boring. Some people could watch fish all day long. If we were like fish in a fishbowl and we had a little activity going on behind us, it's a little bit more enjoyable to watch. That's what I'm saying. What? Is a crazy idea?
Didn't say it was a crazy idea.
I think the reason why you said let's not do that is because we have to have blazing lights, and to do this show for an hour under blazing lights is not really cool. We do the little snippets that you see,
vignettes,
and I'll do everything in my power to get the hell out of that the light.
We are
blinding.
Yeah, well, we are going to try to change that.
We're working on it.
We've.
When we get the lights that we've been talking about, you turn this green and we'll be on fuego.
I think it will be. Okay, Dan Patrick. Whenever you say that, all I think of is Dan Patrick in Sports Center. And fuego.
And fuego. Wee-hoo!
And he hits the ball and it's
Michael
fuego.
Jackson. Wee-hoo!
That's stupid.
Hey, don't do that.
Hey, don't do that.
Yeah, we'll definitely try some green screen experiment with the set here and everything.
Maybe we shouldn't advertise. We've got to save it for ourselves.
Save it for ourselves.
Was that real?
What?
Was that real?
No, I shifted on the chair.
I was going to say, I thought you just shot your pants.
I shifted
and I
on the
bet you if
stool.
we turned that mic up loud enough, we picked it up.
I shifted on the stool, ass brain.
Hey, don't do that.
Wow. He's here. Who's running hell?
So anyway, we're getting a bunch of green screen soon.
Yeah,
and everything's gonna be green screen.
Well, they won't know what's green screen and what's not because they'll never see green.
That's right.
They'll just see images we want to put there.
Yeah, you don't even want to know what we got planned. It's in action right now. It's action.
Oh Jesus!
Yes, it's action. It's beautiful too. I just thought about it, like the whole concept of that the coupon.
With the coupon.
Yep, because
we're using coupons.
Yeah, because it is time. Because this is an old school industry we're talking about.
Fabric.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Before Halloween would be the perfect time.
Here comes Mr. Halloween.
It's the perfect time right now to distribute.
I'm still on summer seeing it was 90 degrees today. But no, Mr. got to bring in the winter here. Halloween.
I got my swim shorts still on. Look, I got my swim shorts on. I'm not done yet.
My uncle says you got a screw loose.
Oh, yeah. Your uncle molests collies.
I'm trying to think like an entrepreneur. That's all.
He had trouble with that word.
No, I didn't. That's exactly how it sounds.
No, you said
entrepreneur.
There was a pause there.
Nah.
Because you didn't know
because I was making it French. That's what I was doing. I was making it French.
Yeah, okay.
Finish your beer, asshole.
Yeah, okay.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, all right.
You
That might
tell
be
me.
paranoid, or is he busting my balls?
I am busting your balls. That was coming out wrong. You had to put that slow pause and to get.
I had it down. It was like $1 million, and I had to. That is a brilliant. This is the time to sell fabric because you make costumes.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't
This
throw
is
their whole
probably
year on that.
This is probably their big season. This and Christmas.
Oh, Christmas.
Yeah.
The holiday season in general.
Yeah. It's the kickoff. This is probably their kickoff. They're
Oh.
like, oh, football season. Oh, this is it. This is it. Let's do this. Let's do this now. Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's it, man. You got, think about the business.
This
It's my boomstick.
It's almost boomstick time, isn't it?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Couple weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Couple weeks. We got to start that up.
Oh, no, we already started.
Yeah, but we didn't start the real flow.
We got it warmed up a little bit. See how things are going. There's going to be a most excellent time-lapse filmography of the entire
John wants to
process.
film lapse his life. Time lapse his life.
Time-lapse.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Time lapse his life
Yeah.
in little snippets.
That would be interesting. Because it would go from slow and awkward because you're stuck on your back and shit like that to like being able to crawl a little bit. You know what I mean?
Sorry I even brought that up. Sorry.
So it would start off
First,
slow, but then again,
take a big step back and literally fuck your own face.
There's that enough swearing for you, Samantha. He also flipped off the camera.
I'm chaos and he's mayhem. We're a double act.
so then it gets more active in the teenage years, and then you also get to see yourself slow down, and that would be an interesting video. If somebody had that, you caught an entire life span, and got to watch it on, fast motion. Just watch the whole. Why is he laughing? It would be amazing. Anybody.
It comes from the ass, right in the middle of the ass.
Strap the GoPro onto anybody for their entire lifetime and capture that, and I'm telling you.
Oh, that wouldn't be too annoying.
You've got to.
That wouldn't be too annoying at all.
Oh, that wouldn't be too annoying.
That's just about as annoying as me talking in this voice.
You'd have one hell of a tan line, probably, because I think.
Ho ho, very funny.
Well, you
ha
could
ha.
switch
It
it up.
is to laugh.
Switch it up where you put it.
Swish it up.
Like a baby would probably
Swish it
would
up.
be best on the chest, looking at the thing. Like,
Hey, don't do that.
I'm on to something, folks.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Don't you dump me.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
and our Facebook page and our YouTube channel at Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour. And now it's time for Loose and Buttery with your host, John Picarillo.
Whoa, ass ahoy.
Hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do that.
All right, Mr. Loose and Buttery, what's the story? It's story time. That's what Loose and Buttery music means.
I was pouring some wine. Well, you got to get ready for a story time. You can't have an empty glass of wine when it's story time.
Okay, boys and girls, Uncle Johnny's going to tell you a story.
That's right. Settle back.
He's here. Who's running hell?
Well, this Loose and Buttery story girls and boys, was developed just moments ago.
On the whole, I think Preparation H feels good.
But actually, it happened several months ago, and I had a day off, and it was an errand running day. And in downtown Schenectady.
What's the name of the story?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I have a name for the story. It's called J Street Panties. That's right. That's the name of the story.
Wow.
J Street Panties. So we were discussing over dinner all of the options to keep comfortable while afflicted by hemorrhoids. That's right. That's right. And one of the situations that arise when you medicate for hemorrhoids is either a suppository or some kind of preparation H, both being lubricants. And as you can imagine, as they warm between the cheeks,
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
they leak oil because, lubricants thin as they warm. So in order to keep your panties from being soiled with oil from the buttocks for the afflicted hemorrhoids, then some sort of barrier needs to be created. Now, all things have been considered. Trying to be the most discreet.
Damn, that's nasty.
I had used some paper towels in between my buttocks. And
It comes from the ass, right in the middle of the ass.
That's right, the panties. So as I
relevant to the story.
What?
What's the matter? These buttons are relevant to the story. I'm looking down and going, they're all relevant. It's great.
Well, that's the reason why I decided to tell this story, because I was telling it over dinner, and Bob, I don't think I heard him laugh that long ever. And so I was like, okay, that's the story for tonight. We're talking about J Street Panties. Yeah. Bring on the story. It's still working on him, too. See this? Can you see this? No, I want everybody to see you laugh. You're fucking ass off. Hold on. Look, I got to take a little bit.
Here's your beer, asshole.
All right, so on this day I had off to myself, I was driving around, and if anybody's familiar with Schenectady, it's become quite busy, much of the like of the old days. So finding parking is I found a couple nice little places around there, but I got really distracted. Where I normally go, people were like arguing over spaces, so I'm like, I'm not going there. So I went around the other side, which is over like where Town Hall is. So I parked over by Town Hall, and I found a meter that was paid for like freaking 30 minutes. So I'm happy. Just means I got to walk through J Street.
Where were you going to?
I was going to NBT Bank on Nope, wrong go. State Street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because we're talking about the downtown State Street
right.
area.
Yeah, so I'm going from the town center over to State Street via J, which is walking only. It's not a driving street.
Oh, it isn't?
Nope. It's just a paved. It's got like pavers and nice brick, and there's no driving. So I've been on this road a couple times before.
Hey, don't do that.
Oh, well, I couldn't help myself. And I was telling, because Linda, that's Bob's wife, was saying, you could use some sort of like padding, something that can absorb, something that you can. And I was like, yeah, let me tell you something. One of the things that I'm worried about in any situation is that whatever you have there for padding or whatever might just fall out, especially when you wear shorts as often that I do. And I remember this particular day because when I got home, I had to, I wanted to check, make sure my
You're making a big mistake, cowboy.
my panty liner was appropriately placed. And I go to look for it, and it's gone. This is funny.
I'm just picturing this hanging out of your
So I have this whole picture.
nasty.
I have this whole picture in my head of me walking down J Street, and I think I'm the most sophisticated guy here. But I'm walking around with a piece of paper towel hanging from my shorts with a shit stain. Probably.
It comes from the ass, right in the middle of the ass.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, yeah, that's my loose and buttery.
Oh, Ahoy.
I'm sticking to it. Jiminy
Never
Christmas.
found that. Never found it, did you?
No. Wasn't like tucked away in my sheets was somewhere.
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
That's all I got.
Whoa, ass ahoy.
I'm glad.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
You can find us at Bob and John's podcast at gmail.com or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
or on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Shut up!
What's your favorite?
I just marked off J Street Panties.
The best part is right before we start this podcast, he's writing it down. He goes, I wrote down J Street. Then I said to myself, I might forget what that means.
That's exactly what
So I wrote Panties after. And I that's the story thing. That's the title of the story. J Street Panties.
I think it's the name of the whole podcast.
Yes, it is. You write that down right now.
And I was going to predict that. Yeah. See, I was going to predict that, but I was like, no, I shouldn't. I shouldn't curse it.
Oh, shit.
I'm Chaos and he's Mayhem. We're a double act.
Oh, my God.
I don't know how much time we spent doing that. Not bad at all.
Oh,
that means there's usually a thing on the board.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wow. We're not following that
We're not
at
following
all
that for shit.
tonight.
We're just slinging it out there.
Cuckoo.
After episode 52, we'll start acting like we'll start going back to having some kind of because the long weekend
structure.
Really, the whole summer and the long weekend kind of
messes with things.
Yeah, everybody's doing stuff.
It's
not as
busy
many
time of
people
year.
are listening. They
No.
catch up in big lumps and stuff, and we have stuff going on.
We keep broadcasting.
Yeah, but we have stuff going on that
Absolutely.
we can't do. We can't put as much work, homework, detail, creativity into
No, we're
the
working
show
on
as
it,
we
though.
want. Because obviously we're doing this
We've
for
got all
for nothing.
kinds of goodies coming.
Yes, we do have all kinds of goodies. We probably bring back quick shots for ones here and there.
Yeah. Oh, I can see that.
We did do a cocktail quick shots, which I think we probably do another one of those. That went pretty good.
I'd like to do one.
Do another one.
I'd like to do one with my plan that I sent with the peaches. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you want to do that? You can do that. Sure.
Bang out one.
Yeah. It's a nice shorty.
I know I'm doing it this weekend, so I should be master by the end of the weekend.
Oh, hey. because John goes back to being at Homebrew Studios on the weekends relatively soon, in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
So when
production mode begins.
Yeah, when his time here grows, production starts growing in actual
and we're gonna have
creativity.
some extra green.
Fuckload of extra green.
We're gonna have a lot of green.
Yeah,
I think everything's gonna be green.
That's all right though.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Can even do it with band practice.
You're just getting out of I want to broadcast band practice.
No, I do. Well, yeah.
No. As much as we try to figure shit out in band practice, I don't want everybody seeing that.
No, not the whole thing. I didn't say that.
The whole thing.
You made it sound like Periscope. Periscope, it is what it is. That's not what I'm saying. It was like from the video.
Oh.
If the green is filled behind it, then you can do.
And we can do a more professional job on that. But
lots of possibilities.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of possibilities. John's going to be doing some crazy shit in front of the green screen, that's for sure. And we have a lot of GoPro stuff already in the can, and we're definitely going to be upping the GoPro with him doing all sorts of shit over here on here. So that's positively sure.
Time lapse. Time lapse.
Finish your beer, asshole.
That's the wrong button.
Hey, don't do that.
That's what I want.
Time lapse.
Hey, who wants to play Drink the Beer?
Right here.
Right here.
You win.
All right. What do I win?
Another beer.
Yay! See how that's a winning situation, folks? You see that? Same as me. Winning.
Here's two things I heard. A piece of news that I just read before we came down here.
Two things?
Two things that you both enjoy that are going to be combining forces.
When you say both.
Yes.
What do you mean?
A movie and an actor. You are a big fan of the movie Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And you're a big fan of Ronda Rousey.
Oh, yeah.
She is going to be doing the remake of Roadhouse as Patrick Swayze's character.
Oh, I like that.
Told you, two things that you like joining forces.
I'm going to enjoy that.
You'd like to enjoy Ronda, huh?
I do.
Did she make it on your Chicks Picks already? I think she did, didn't she?
Yeah, I think we did.
Did
only be right. Well,
you only did a couple, but that's coming back though. That we're going to be bringing that one around again.
I know. I talked about her. Not sure if I did it under that.
One of the things we're excited about is we're going to have some real interviews, meaning one of us, we're just not interviewing ourselves. Interviews on all sorts of different topics with all sorts of different kinds of people.
Well,
right?
You were also, I also heard something about the beekeeper.
Oh no, we're going to. Yeah, I haven't contacted him yet, but we're going to contact our friend Pat, who listens in Florida, and we're going to try to hook up a Skype interview that we can record and bring to you about beekeeping, because there's going to be some more John the Beekeeper coming in the new year.
Like I told Pat last I talked to him, he thought we did that whole segment and we were making fun of him.
No, we weren't.
And I had no idea he even was a beekeeper.
Yeah, no, that's why I think we should have we should get him on there and have a real interview about it.
I'll tell you right now, I have a million questions.
Yeah, John the Beekeeper is funny, and we're doing it. That is funny, but why not be able to bring in the real deal and have a real interview?
Absolutely.
And Pat's really doing it. Why not?
Part of the reason why we made the skit in the first place. Bob thought it was funny that I wanted to be a beekeeper. So I don't have any problem making it funny, but I'm truly interested in beekeeping. So who's keeping bees, who has an apiary.
I just took it as it was funny that you wanted to be a beekeeper, not that people beekeep or beekeeping is funny.
Well, why is it funny that I think that's
because it's a Book
idea.
of John thing, the things that you just go, yeah, John, okay, sure.
The Book of John has a great amount of possibilities.
I know, but let's bring the percentages of real percentages of Book of Johns that happen.
Well, we'll have to work that out.
It's a very low percentage.
Episode 43.
Because a lot of the time, money and time, and when those two meet up, we're all fucked.
Well, I'm glad you keep saying that because I think you're wishing this possibility to happen. It's going to be fantastic.
Just give me the bucket of popcorn so I can watch whatever happen.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll pay attention.
Am I being paranoid or is he busting my balls?
Nah. He's good.
He's good?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez.
The only difference is Pat keeps bees in Florida, which doesn't have a harsh winter that we do. That's the only difference in our beekeeping strategies.
Yeah, the humidity sucks in both places, so...
The bees don't care so much. I
know. I wasn't referencing it.
The cold, they do.
Yeah.
That's the part that amazes me of this area, is they bundle up for the winter and they live through that shit. You know what I mean?
That's what they do.
That is what they do. That's why they collect honey.
Honey?
So you always have to keep enough honey.
That's why they do it in Florida, then.
In the hive. Well, it's the same thing, but...
Just not as cold.
Well, you probably lose less bees. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe bees last a little. I got the class.
These are questions for Pat.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, Pat, if you're listening, we're going to be contacting
and last
you about
time I
hooking up
talked
an
to him,
interview.
he had all the answers to these questions too. So
yeah, well, we're
not messing around.
We're going to get him on Skype, and you'll be able to see Pat. You'll be able to hear him. John's going to have.
That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, we're going to have
that would be fun.
Real time, good interview with him. I think we got some.
Do we do it right here, like this? Boom.
What do you mean right here, like this?
So
boom?
we do the same show, but Pat's on his iPad or whatever.
No, we'll go pre-record the interview.
Can't do it live.
None of this is live anyway. People listen to it not live.
I just meant, can we do? If we set the time up for right now, we could do it.
I have no way of piping him in.
Well, that's what I'm asking. I thought that's what the whole Skype thing did.
I know, but then we can't. We record on this software. We can't take two softwares and put them together because one's on my computer and the other one's on my iPad. No mixy.
Okay.
You know. See this? Whenever I bring something to the table to help us out, he's always got to be like, he's always got to try to bring it to the most complicated level, as if what I just brought to him was already a huge upgrade from what we have.
I just need to understand the equipment and the software. That's all I ask.
The equipment and the software is we pre-record the interview. And I can take the audio from that interview so we can make it just like we do, and put it in a cart and play it. And on YouTube, they'll be able to see the interview.
So you pre-record the interview?
Yes.
Okay. And then plug it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, that's what podcast is all about. It's not a radio station. It's not
yeah.
a live,
I'm not disagreeing,
rolling thing. You know what I mean?
Wow! If he's here, who's running hell?
Oh, Jesus! Oh, we got 10 minutes.
I don't know. I think we're in the ballpark to get the hell out of here.
You think so? I think this is a little bit early. We're a little early one.
That's the way this week
has
been.
Yeah, you know? I think you burned us out
Abort mission.
on laughter on that J Street Panties.
You're making a big mistake, cowboy.
Yep. I agree.
Yep.
Give it a whirl here. Sure, something. Give me something.
You know what? I will. We got a few minutes, so I'll do this.
Okay.
promote
Do whatever you want.
Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast.
That's right.
Every Wednesday during the football season. And you can find it anywhere that you find Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. They are connected on YouTube and iTunes and Buzzsprout.com and Stitcher.com. So you can find us on all that. We're under the Bob and John Variety Power Hour banner. And we'll be talking football all season long, once a week, Wednesdays. Our email for that podcast will be Bob and Jay's passrush@gmail.com, and our Twitter handle. What does that sound
I
right?
don't know what your
handle
is there.
Will be Pass Rush Podcasts. At Pass Rush Podcasts will be our Twitter handle, and you'll be seeing. We'll be tweeting out different picks and different thoughts on games we're watching and all over the place. So for people who like football, want to hear football talk and all that kind of stuff, that's the one. John's going to be a little part-time contributor, throw in a couple of what he does best, which is really nothing to do with the football game itself. It's the pre-football game, during and after, which would be the tailgate. And the party part of the football game, that will be John's domain.
I can do that.
He'll be coming up with some recipes, some drinks, some beers to enjoy during the game, maybe some drinking games, all sorts of stuff. So John will have a segment.
Hey, don't do that.
And so we'll be doing that, Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast. It's going to take me a while to have that roll off the tongue naturally, because when I say Bob and Let's Go John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour, so it's a little bit difficult right now.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
And of course, you can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com or
at Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
And on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Say goodnight, John.
I say goodnight, John.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.
Chica! Damn, that's nasty.